This is Hanging Heavy.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the next episode of Hanging Heavy. As always, I'm your boy Desecrator, and if I sound a little creamy, that's because my mic died. The good thing about that is your boy's always got more. And today, I'm not alone. I always with somebody in my heart. But today we got that man with the monster cards. Talking about Garbage Fire.
Yo.
And as always, creeping in the back, Slick with his hair back. It's that Puppy Ray. For those of you new here, that's not tentacles, but they need a little assistance. They're injured, so we're gonna take a quick shot for the boys of a good old Rich and Rare. If you guys are drinking along, go ahead and take this time to shoot one for the boys. You guys ready?
Do it.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Oof. Oof. Can never get used to it. So, I guess we kind of want to talk about something that's getting pretty big in the news right now. Seeing as how everyone's getting closer and closer and tighter under lockdown, it's affecting the industries, and the movie industry is one of those. A lot of big movie studios are starting to direct to consumer movies instead of going to traditional brick and mortar movie theaters, which is kind of fucking crazy. Warner Brothers was one of the first big ones to kind of say fuck you to movie studios, and fucking some are even gonna go straight to HBO now. And fuck, man, how do you procure like that fucking business deal? God damn. HBO making that bank. But
you gotta evolve, right? Through the times.
Yeah, I guess so.
You have to. If not, you out of
Is it-
business.
Not to get technical, but is it even HBO now? Isn't it HBO Max or something like that?
I don't.
I have no idea.
No, there's so
That's
many, so many HBOs at this point. Fucking
Like they can barely get their shit together, and they want to go ahead and go directly to.
yeah, they have like 5 different streaming services.
Don't they got HBO Go also?
Oh, that's the one that I'm thinking of. There you go. HBO
That's
Now. Is HBO Now even a thing?
Yeah, I think it's now.
Oh,
Max,
HBO.
Go.
Write that down. HBO Now. If it's not a thing, it's a
Dude,
thing now.
You know which is the funny one? The NBC one. Hey, you know what it's called?
Oh, fucking Peacock.
Peacock.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really, NBC. Jeez.
Well, I mean, their
Shit.
logo's the Peacock.
Yeah, bro. You don't have to. You don't have to go with that. You know.
What do you wanted to call it? NBC streaming?
Yeah. Why not?
Stream BC?
Stream BC.
No, there's no M. Fuck. That didn't work.
NB streaming. Man.
Hey, MB Stream. Look at that. Look at that.
What the hell does NBC even stand for?
Nice.
Fuck, I don't know.
The
National Broadcast.
Yeah. Corporation
Service?
or some shit.
I don't know.
NBC says service with a C.
Yeah. Why not?
Hey, we're
Holy shit.
we're from the Monte, dude. We spell it however we want. And see. Let's look it up. Just to make
They're,
sure.
they're the ones with the Peacock app, right, man?
National Broadcasting Company. Yeah, okay, we're close. Yeah, with the Peacock.
Hey, we're gonna watch on that Peacock app or what?
You guys want to peacock and chill? That doesn't work, but I like it.
Hey, maybe they did it on purpose, man, so that there could be enough memes,
So
and
it
they
could
could
be
do
memed.
all the
Yeah.
and there could be enough propaganda for them.
Yeah, why not? Right?
Fuck it, whatever works.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
They're already fighting back though, the movie theaters with that stuff though.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it was is it AMC?
AMC.
What is it?
Yeah, AMC.
AMC said that they're gonna cut.
They're gonna
The
cut
pri-
ticket price. Yeah.
No, they're gonna cut ticket prices. So like it's gonna be like $3 per entry, so they can get like 50 cents for every.
Yeah. They'll probably still
Yeah.
make as much money as they did on the movie.
They're just gonna price up the popcorn.
Yeah,
Look,
they're
it'll be
just-
$20 for a.
You want a
Fucking
glass of
Coke.
water? That's $20, sir.
You want to go to our restrooms? Insert $1 here.
Dang, you wanna
Yeah.
fucking dry your hands? It'll be fucking $5.
Holy shit!
And they only take quarters.
What the fuck?
So they have one of those fucking arcade machines that spits out quarters in the front. Like a car
but
wash
I-
and shit.
Not even quarters, tokens.
The tokens.
so you have to use it.
Yeah, so you have to pay for it. Yeah, that's true. That's
Not even tokens, man. They're gonna go ahead and do that whole complicated system with like free to play. You're gonna buy, you're gonna get gems, and you're gonna use gems to pay for the thing. How much did it cost? I don't know.
how many
just cost
popcorns?
them
How many popcorns is it?
Oh yeah, how many popcorns? There you go.
It's 20 popcorns. Fuck, I only have 15. I gotta buy another 15. God damn it. That's how they get you.
Shit, imagine for a tissue, for toilet paper, man. Damn, a strip of toilet paper.
Seinfeld style or what? Just a square at a time?
Just a square at a time.
Insert
20
one
bucks.
golden token.
Hey, man, but they're gonna have rewards programs, frequent visitor program, right? So after the third wipe, the fourth wipe is free.
Man, I just gonna tell you, those theaters gonna smell like shit, man.
There's just gonna be someone's gonna have to be in the bathroom permanently to be cleaning the shit off the floor. I couldn't get my wallet out fast enough. Oh god.
Like that, the walls, boy. Just
Ooh, fucking
Oh, dude.
a bunch of
Scraping
that camo spray paint. Because not everyone poops brown. Sometimes it's green.
with a little bit of corn and
Ooh.
nuts.
That's to
Ooh.
attract the animals. We're hunting, right?
Or purple.
Are we gonna do it demolition style, demolition man with the fucking seashells?
I don't know how it works. This fucking idiot doesn't understand the seashells. Dude, I wish they had explained that. Like in the director's cut of the DVD or something. Maybe that's a thing.
What the fuck? They explained it. They explained it in the books.
Yeah, yeah. It's in the lores in the books. God damn it! You see, it wasn't really a faithful adaptation of the books. In the books, they explained the seashells. Get the fuck out of here! Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it's cool because I'd rather watch movies at home anyway.
Yes and no. Yes, as bad as watching at the house, but sometimes you want to watch in the huge ass screen with
There's
sound
just
effects.
something about having that fucking ear rape of fucking 100 speakers surrounding you at maximum volume.
You guys ever been to those theaters? Apparently, like the ones that like if it's snowing in the movie, it'll snow there, and then
What
if
the
it's like
fuck?
yeah, if there's like a burnout, you're watching Fast and Furious 100, you smell the burnout.
100. What are those? Are like 4D? I think that's what they're called. 4D studios.
I don't know what it's called, but yeah, like and your chair will move and shit.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'll pay for that shit.
It's like a
I think
ride more than a movie.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather go to those studios, to those movie theaters than the regular one, but But I don't mind watching some movies at home. And
Yeah.
some I'll go to theaters to watch them.
So
Yeah.
you gotta pick your movies right on that one. Otherwise, you end up like, let's say, watching Blow and like te tiran un pinche pericazo. or something.
Come on, wired.
Fucking a shit ton of baby powder coming from the roof. Chingo cancer. Shout out to Johnson & Johnson, not a sponsor.
I could see everybody just like wiping their teeth and shit.
Now everyone's just like,
Fuck that! I don't need that shit in my life.
thank you, Tony. Hey, Tony, what do you think of the new Minions movie?
Fuck that! I don't need that shit in my life.
Oh, take it easy, man.
Oh my
Do you
god.
want to go see the new Rocky?
Fuck that! I don't need that shit in my
You
life.
rock. Somebody's coming punching the face.
The new Apollo, yeah. That would be cool. Like, I know they have rides like at Disneyland and shit that are like that. Like, if like the ride splashes through water, like they mist water at you and shit. But you have like
Yeah.
the virtual reality goggles on and shit.
Actually, no, man. It's a full screen.
Oh, is it?
So I actually got to go.
Look at you,
Hey, and it was paid by whoever I went with.
humble
So-
brag.
Damn.
No, so it's like a huge like. So first of all, like they lift you up in the air, right? So it's kind of like a ride, and then it actually tilts and everything. So like if you're like the simulation that we went through was kind of like you're going through like the savannah or pasture, whatever. You could actually smell the grass and
All the caca.
not that bad, right? But but yeah, it was actually nice. A long ass line though, like an hour to get in, but.
Yeah, plus everybody wants to be a part of that.
Mhm.
Like, where is it? Like in Disneyland or Disney World, where they put the new Star Wars exhibit, where you can get inside the fucking Millennium Falcon.
The Cantina, Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
But like for that one, for like when it opened, they actually would limit how much time it would be in there so that everybody could get a chance.
Yeah.
I think it got to the point like where you had to like book an appointment to be there at a certain time or something.
I wouldn't doubt it. Something like that is going to bring in a lot of people.
Yeah, it did bring a lot of people, but apparently it didn't. A lot of people didn't like it because it was really overpriced.
It's fucking
That-
Star
that-
Wars, baby.
Yeah, and plus the whole thing, like Garbage said, appointment, no mames. Get the fuck out of here. All these people waited all their lives to actually be in
To
there,
have
and you
something
ain't
like
got
this, yeah. And they gotta-
That's actually the way their fast pass works. So obviously you can skip the lines, right? So when we went, the guy that we went with just happened to be like a local, so he booked everything for us. You actually had like between this an hour to go to that ride to get the fast pass, right? So you can actually jump to the head of the line. From a logistics point of view, I kind of understand it, but yeah, it does suck, man. Like all of a sudden, what happens if you want to eat? What happens if you want to, like, you have to plan your day on your vacation? Like, I always found that stupid. Like, we have a schedule to follow, but I'm on vacation. If I wanted a schedule, I would have gone to work.
Yeah, that's the whole point of not having a schedule. Yeah, I mean, fucking.
But it is hard to please Star Wars fans nowadays. Like, it's like, oh, the first trilogy is good. The second trilogy was bad until the last trilogy came out. Then all of a sudden it became good. And then let's go ahead and hire.
It's because the new trilogy sucks dick.
Let's
They're
hire
gonna reboot
Anakin
it.
back.
They're gonna reboot the whole thing, aren't they?
No,
Yeah.
they started a petition, but it's not gonna go through, dude.
No, didn't they say they were gonna scrap it and they already got another person to do it and everything?
No, they're doing the old. Well, they're doing the Old Republic kind of base.
Isn't that the cool Star Wars?
Supposed to be, right? Cool by fan opinion.
I just don't like the whole Star Wars being around fucking the Skywalkers. Fuck them. Just move on. Do new stories and that's it.
Yeah, that's why we're getting the Old Republic stuff, which is
But yeah, that's what I say. I know it's cool, the Old Republic, but I mean, like, something new, like, that no one knows, I guess. Because I'm pretty sure they're going to go back to the books and whatever. And
well,
Yeah,
the books got when Disney bought it, they're considered legends or like whatever term the Star Wars fans have out there. So like a lot of the material is no longer considered valid.
Oof.
So like there's an actual book called it's supposed to be like the Sith Code,
Yeah.
and you open it, right, and it's like really, really amazing aesthetics to the book. It has like this little chamber, it opens up. Same thing with like the Bounty Hunter Code, and like the Jedi's the Book of the Jedi, right? And like the Book of the Jedi has like cliff notes on the side, which is supposed to be like, if I understand, like Sidious writing his own notes, like as he's going through the book himself. So it's a bunch of geeky shit. But when Disney came in, it's like, by the way, all of this, nah,
We don't want it.
We don't want it.
Doesn't mean shit no more, nerds.
Nothing
Exactly.
means nothing.
Because we're the cream of the crop.
You know where that's from.
We're fucking Disney.
Hey, remember all that shit you guys worked really hard on for years? Nah. It's in the trash. It's in the trash.
Fucking Mickey Mouse just peeing on
Yeah,
it.
well, yeah, we'll take it from here. We got it. We're good.
I mean, they had their misses, but I mean, The Mandalorian's not bad.
Yeah, I saw a few episodes of the first season. I liked it. And like I said, I gotta pay for that shit.
I mean, if they start doing like kind of like going back to the whole movies thing, it's. I mean, if they start adding movies, if it saves you a couple of bucks, especially like if, like I kind of going back to the thing, I kind of like it because I get to stay home, but just like Desi said, you know, there's some movies that you cannot see at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some movies that you really want to see in the theater, like obviously like the Star Wars movies, Lord of the Rings, a couple of other ones out there.
Yeah, something that's super cinematic. You're not going to want to watch on a...
A fucking rom-com.
Yeah. Something with Dane Cook or whatever.
But I know some theaters were renting it out. Like, you rent it out for $100 for a movie.
That's pretty fucking badass.
That's badass.
Yeah,
Get
fuck
10 of
yeah.
your friends.
Or no,
more.
some places were even letting you like take a console in and shit so that you could game on it.
Damn.
Imagine playing a shooter on that shit.
Fuck that, Smash, bro. The game.
Nah, I'd rather Smash Bros. Speaking of that, did you see that they added Final Fantasy characters to it?
Hell yeah, Sephiroth, man.
I don't fuck with Smash or Final Fantasy, but I mean that's cool. Crossovers.
Depends.
I mean, it was before Smash. What was the original crossover?
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot. I don't even know where to start for crossover. Like in video games?
Yeah, in video games.
Let's look it up. I'm already in first. Crossover video game.
You know what? I think I know. Battletoads, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
It was
Or was it-
Battletoads Double Dragons.
There you go.
Dude, speaking of that, they remade Battletoads.
No.
I think it's for Xbox.
Bullshit.
I think they did. I'm pretty sure they did. Battletoads remake.
Yeah, I think it's with the Xbox.
Yeah, Battletoads 2020 is a beat 'em up.
It-
I don't know.
Is it as hard as the original ones?
Probably not.
Yeah,
If
probably
it-
not.
If it is, it's just because you're not used to the timing. Like,
It's because it's a beat 'em up and they don't make beat 'em ups anymore. Dude, beat 'em ups were awesome.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite beat 'em up? I mean, besides Ninja Turtles and Battletoads, those are like the fucking biggest ones.
Golden Axe and
Oh,
Streets of Rage.
That's Streets of
Streets of-
Rage, dude. Streets of
Yeah.
Rage. Fuck yeah. Fucking Hagar like a motherfucker, dude. Streets of Rage.
Golden Axe.
Yeah, I mean Golden Axe was.
What
I mean,
the fuck? Yeah, you said Golden Axe. I hadn't heard that in a while. They released Streets of Rage 4 in
Really?
April this year.
oh yeah, I had heard about
What
something
the
like that.
fuck? I didn't know that.
I mean, you had your classics, but it's always like the. I don't know. I'm not sure what is considered. Do you remember Sunset Riders?
Sunset
Yes,
Riders. That's a shooter.
The
yeah.
Western? Yeah, it's a shooter.
It's an
Yes.
arcade
Is that a shooter?
Yeah,
It-
man. You're
It's,
cowboy. You're cowboys.
it's not a beat 'em up, it's a shooter.
Yeah, I mean it's like a beat 'em up, but only shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I that game I loved, man.
That's a fucking amazing game. Yeah.
Yes, and it was fucking hard, man. That fucking game was hard as fuck, man.
It's a.
That Ultra Beast is a beat 'em up game.
Do you consider that a beat 'em up game? I don't count. Yeah, I guess.
Yes,
yeah, I
you just fucking punch.
It was because you have
and kick.
powers too.
But that's like a fucking knee to the face.
Yeah, a flying knee. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Alright.
Yeah, it's a
So-
run and gun video game.
Or how
That's what
about
it's called.
Kung Fu Master? That was the shit.
What about the classic Castlevania, man?
Well,
I consider
that's-
that one more of a monster game.
Yeah. You guys didn't play Kung Fu Master?
Kung Fu Master. No, I didn't.
I might have.
What?
Negative. Kung Fu Master game. I gotta look at it. No, I've never
Yeah.
played this.
No.
It looks cool, but nah, I don't think I've ever
Dude,
played
that was a shit, dude. That was probably my first one I ever played.
For what console was this, dude?
NES.
Which one? Kung Fu Master?
Yeah.
It was an
that's
arcade
NES.
game.
Arcade, but yeah, I played it on NES.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see it now. No, I never played this one though.
Yeah. Oh man. I guess fucking speaking of video games,
Or Bad Dudes. You guys didn't play Bad Dudes?
bad dudes. No.
The fuck, dude? We need to look at pictures because I remember playing shit at the arcades and dude, like I
Bad Dude
didn't know
versus
what
Dragon
Sunset.
Ninja. What the fuck? Bad Dudes? What the fuck is it? It looks like a stupid 80s movie, but a video game.
Yeah, pretty much, man.
It
Yeah,
looks,
it does.
it looks, it looks like
for
an.
that?
Whoa.
What was that?
Hold on. What was that?
Oh.
Echo.
Somebody joined the call a little late.
Hey, I be lurking.
Fucking. Fucking creeper. Okay.
I was waiting for the right opportunity, you know?
Okay. So we're talking
Chopped it
about.
hot.
Is that a new thing? Crashing podcast? That's awesome,
Yeah,
bro.
I guess.
I'm gonna make it a thing, hell yeah. You leave me on the invite, this is what's gonna happen.
If you leave the channel open, this is what's gonna happen. So we're talking about fucking just beat 'em up games right now,
Beat 'em up game, okay.
and fucking Poppy Ray's over here talking about some fucking obscure ass bad dudes. I have never fucking heard of it.
That sounds pretty money though.
Yeah.
It's like the classic shades and tank tops.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
tight
they're wearing tank tops
jeans.
and fucking sweatpants.
I guess we're gonna play more NES.
And
than you guys.
sweatpants? Jeez.
Probably.
You know they're packing heavy if they're rocking sweatpants.
It's funny that you say that.
If, you run out of ammo, you whip out the hammer.
River City Ransom. I remember this one too, man. I'm looking it up now. Some of the games.
Let me see that one. Let me see. That one sounds familiar. Yeah, I've played this one. This one is like that fucking one game that we played. That was one of the PlayStation games that was free. 99 vidas.
Yeah. Yes.
That one was pretty cool. You could be
liked
the
it.
badass, sexy cop.
Oh shit, the original Alien vs Predator, dude.
What?
Yeah. Did you never play that?
No.
That was the original Alien vs Predator, 1994.
I don't know. When I think of like ass kicking in video games, I think of that the Def Jam fucking wrestling game that they came out with, where you could play different
The Def Jam.
characters. Yeah, man. They had like DMX had the craziest KO. It was like a street fight game, but
Yeah, it was a fighter.
Yeah, I remember. I had the Wu-Tang one.
yeah.
Wu-Tang one,
Yeah,
hell yeah.
Method Man was in it and shit, and Ghostface.
Def Jam,
Yeah.
Fight for New York.
Yeah, I remember those.
Hell yeah. There was one. It's very similar to this. I don't remember what the fuck it was called. It was a Def Jam game, but I remember like you would fight in like a fucking like a mall. Oh, Def Jam Vendetta. It's
Vendetta.
Oh, that's the
Oh,
wrestling one. That's the wrestling one.
Yeah, okay.
This is the one that I'm talking. No, this is not the one that I'm talking about. I think I even still have it.
No way.
Yeah.
Maximum Carnage? The Spider-Man?
Yeah. That's a fucking sick game.
Yeah, dude, The Simpsons. I forgot about that one.
Oh, that's true. That was a good arcade game, man.
Yeah,
I
The
played that
Simpsons
one.
was a sick fucking arcade game.
Batman Returns. That one was pretty good too, man.
Okay, so in the Simpsons game, who did you play as?
Bart.
Bart.
Oh, you
Homer.
fucking bitches. Homer all day, dog.
It's all about Marge, man.
Because she has the
With the
range,
vac-
dude. She has the fucking
Yeah, she
vacuum.
does. She's fucking Donatello.
Yeah, exactly. And Lisa was useless. Lisa was Meg before Family Guy was a thing.
Yeah, no shit, hey. Except Meg's dumb as fuck. At least Lisa, like, she knew some stuff.
She was smart. Yeah.
Yeah. In her own progressive leftist kind of way.
Whoa. Whoops, wrong button. Shit.
Oh, sorry, that's a foul, right?
Yeah, way to fuck up the
I'm
moment.
gonna get booted before I even get going here.
As Desi said it, we're gonna get canceled.
Yeah.
It's coming one day, boys.
He's gonna drop all my PlayStation voice chats one day. I'm gonna get mega canceled. I'm gonna get canceled like 10 times over.
Nah, the PlayStation's gonna become sentient.
What the fuck?
And it's gonna report you itself. Like the other day we were playing and I said some shit and I was like, whoa. Even I was like, whoa. And we made a joke like the PlayStation was just like, oh my god, this is too juicy not to like report it. Oh fuck, what do I do? And like, fucking, it's just like error, and it just starts shooting smoke and shit. Doesn't know what to do. Fucking blows up.
Dude, Sony's gonna become the next Skynet, way.
Sony. Hey, you know what? If it's Sony, I accept my new mechanical and technological overlord.
Your new master.
Yeah, as long as it's not Google, I don't care.
As long as we don't have to pay the plus. No
As
more.
long as I don't have to pay for fucking PS Plus, mother.
Just keep the exclusives coming. Just keep them coming.
Even if they're games that are 5 years old.
Fuck it.
Remaster.
Hell yeah.
As long as it's a game that works, unlike games that just came out.
Unlike the way new games come out unfinished.
We're just all peasants and are rocking PlayStations, man. It's all about that PC life.
Oh man, please tell me you're not PC Master Race.
I'm not, but I really want to play Cyberpunk, and apparently I need a PC to do it.
Apparently I
so,
can't.
Yeah.
I need a PS5 or a PC.
No, you can't do it because
at
the
least a Pro.
PS5 is still the PS4 edition right now. It's just backwards compatible, so people are still having.
It's
like,
better.
no.
It's better than.
It's better, yeah, but it's still not the PS5 version, right?
Well,
like they'll
okay.
come out with an enhanced one that'll be.
So they came out kind of apologizing about the whole. So right now we're in like next gen territory, old gen, previous gen, whatever you want to call it. So right now, like, let's use just PlayStation since all of us except garbage play PlayStation. There's the original base model PlayStation that came out fucking 8 years ago already.
That's one I have.
I have one that's
That's your turbojet.
that's
going
your
off in the
jet
background.
engine fucking heating up the house for no reason. And
The
then
fuck?
You save on the electrical bill.
and then no, he puts a turbine behind it and he just generates free electricity. So yeah, there's like the base models, which is like the cheapest one that mostly everyone that plays games has, and then you have like the HD version, which is the PlayStation Pro. It costs $150 more, and I mean, you get what you pay for. It's a better working system. They worked out all the kinks pretty much.
Yeah, and you got that 4K and it looks good.
And then now the PlayStation 5 is out. I mean, not really. I'm talking to you fucking scalpers. And yeah, so fucking they kind of got caught in a really scummy situation. CD Projekt Red, that is, and all of the game copies that they put out for YouTubers and tech industry people to review were only the PC version.
Yeah.
So they knew that the base model or any other console version was fucking garbage.
Well, I think a big part of this has to come from their overlords, right? Like they've been pushing and pushing to try to keep pushing back, right, to fix the game, because they kept saying like we're not releasing this until it's ready. And the last setback that they had or delay, everyone's like, fuck. You had a minority voice going, fuck, like we just want this game already, like it's already been delayed so many times and yada yada yada.
I think that was a majority at this point.
I don't know, man. Like there was a lot of people that were just kind of like, whatever. However long it takes to make this game is just however long it takes. But they kept pushing that narrative that like, oh, we need to get this game out. We need to get this game out. And I mean, it's right before Christmas. Of course they want to get the game out before Christmas, man. That's when you sell copies, right? Mm-hmm. And I think they just didn't have enough time because they're like corporate. We're probably like, nope, whatever state it's in right now, we are putting it out. Let's get the ball rolling. Let's make it happen.
Okay, so like with that argument, I get it, right? I mean, you always gotta deal with corporate. This game was announced like almost 8 years ago, right? Announced.
Oh yeah, they've had a good while.
Yeah,
but it's also the most ambitious game that's come out on console.
Yeah. And
I'd say.
No, GTA, man, and Red Dead.
Well, maybe for size.
Those games have been out for several years and they're still broken. So
But people were waiting for that game, for those games. People were waiting for 6.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at the next Elder Scrolls 2, right? They got that same fucking thing going. When did Skyrim come out? And people are always bugging
like
about it.
15 years ago? What do you mean?
Like 2 years ago, they released like a 10-second trailer, like a title trailer, and they're like, haha, gotcha. But that's a whole other fucking. We could rant about them for a whole day, man.
Yeah,
man, but Skyrim is giving us content, man. Look at that Skyrim that plays like on a pregnancy test or something like that.
Yeah. No, that's Doom. That was Doom.
Put on the refrigerator, and they even came out with their own joke video about it, about them releasing the fridge version.
It's because they've released it for every iteration of console since it came out. I mean. It came out on the PlayStation 2 or 3 originally?
3, yeah.
Okay, so
2.
It came out a long while
I think
away.
it came out at 2, man.
It had to be 3rd.
Well, whatever.
So the internet is for.
Yeah.
So it came out. They put it out for that console, that generation, the next generation, PC, the next generation again. The Switch, fucking, like 3 different remasters.
It still has such a huge player base. I mean, the biggest thing with them is they allow people to like mod their games.
Yeah, they openly let
really
people mod it.
About the modding, right? So I mean, you have people that have basically created
new games,
huge maps based around it, like huge free content. Because like people just have the time. You got all these modders like doing crazy shit. So I could see why it's lived on for so long. Because at this point, it's like 10 games with all the extra content you could put into it, right?
So from there,
2011, by the way.
Yeah, it's PS3.
Holy shit, dude.
PS3. We're about to go almost a decade with that game.
9 years, yeah. So fucking. For them, they haven't had to do anything. They're literally just making. Technically, if you want to call it a new game with the same IP for 9 years.
Yeah.
And then they sell it for full price again.
Yeah, it's always discounted.
Okay.
Yeah, the DLC is to give it a discount. Okay. They really drop it. Like they give like $15.
They do. We picked it up for like $13 or something. Yeah. And that's Canadian, so.
So that means fucking nothing.
Yeah, to me.
That's like
To
what,
me,
like 5 beans?
$2.
Like a can of maple syrup.
No, dude, that shit's gold up here.
That's expensive. So
Oh, shit.
so yeah, fucking.
It's our backup currency.
So CD Projekt Red, at this point in their like situation, they're big enough to have the manpower and the fucking facilities to have made this game in the time that they've made the game. I understand.
They've only really expanded as a studio, they're really not that big of a studio. They've grown more recently, but like when they made The Witcher 3, they were still really small.
Yeah, so the Witcher 3 is what like put them up there on the AAA shelf.
Yeah.
And
sure.
from everything that I've heard about it, like it's amazing, right? So I think they bit off.
Too.
I think they bit off way more than they could achieve.
I think yes, but I think the pandemic also hurt them. I don't think they were able to put in as many hours as they want to.
Well, I mean, it's all digital anyway. You don't really need to be at a place to do that kind of work.
Yeah, but if you have to send something to another guy, I'm pretty sure it's easier when they're in the same building.
Yeah.
Well, and just the rigs that you need to like do this kind of stuff, where you need really high powered.
And that's the thing. If they started 8 years ago, they had to probably restart some of the stuff for the new generation.
So one of the big setbacks, the game was originally going to be in third person.
Yeah, because that's also what happened to the remake of Final Fantasy. That they was going to bust up for the PS3 or some shit, and they had to redo the whole thing because of the whole PS4. And they almost stopped that because they said we're going to probably wait for the PS5 or the new gen, whatever.
The next gen. So yeah, they decided like a year ago that they were going to essentially remake the whole game.
Damn.
And then I guess they added Keanu Reeves not too long after that, so they had to kind of go back and redo everything. If you ask me personally, he fucking ruined the game.
Ooh.
Whoa. We're talking about the one.
Don't you Wonder Boy Canada like that, man.
I know. Yeah.
He can eat.
Canada would kick your ass and then apologize and help you out after.
He can eat Keanu Reeves?
Do you guys know the story of Cyberpunk? Because I have no idea. The game just looks awesome. I wanted to play it.
So
It looks awesome.
apparently Cyberpunk was a tabletop game.
Yes.
Yeah.
But have you seen the trailer to it? The game, the actual, whatever game was they supposed to have out already? It's kind of like Johnny Mnemonic.
Yeah.
But instead of Keanu Reeves being the one holding the data, is the character you're playing.
Yeah, it's the
and
whatever it is.
And it's Keanu Reeves the one stuck in his head. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder if Ice-T gonna come out.
Or Russell Crowe.
Ice-T's only in Borderlands.
Oh, he is. That's true.
Yeah, sure. We made that revelation that one time.
Yeah,
like,
he's a character.
Like Ice-T. He was a little bear, or no, he was a AI for a ship.
Yeah.
I think, and then he gets loaded. Like you load his AI into like this little teddy bear.
Little teddy bear. Yeah, and he's like, man, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Talking mad shit, and he's a little fucking pretty little teddy bear.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, well, fucking PlayStation officially decided to pull it from the store.
Ooh, their stocks tanked after. I mean, not that they haven't been doing that already, but it just, I don't know, man. They're in a hurting position right now, CDPR.
Yeah.
I feel for them. Like, it's... The game got super hyped up, so they knew they had to come up with something amazing, and they had this grand ambition to make a game that, like, really is in like uncharted territory for the amount of like depth in it, and just seamlessness, right? Like a lot of the missions in the game, they happen just from you walking around, right? And The Witcher 3 was kind of like that too. Like you would have to find side missions just through like these random encounters where you would see people getting beat up, and you go over and be like, "What the fuck?" Or like someone's looking for a goat, and you go help them fucking find their goat. Like I don't know, but there are all these like, and then it would branch off into a story. And that's sort of what they were trying to do with this too, to make things feel really organic. Like you were just exploring the city, and as you explore, things are happening, and it's like this living world, right?
You know what's kind of weird that you say that? Grand Theft Auto did that like 3 years ago.
Grand Theft Auto sucks though.
It's I'm gonna have to hit you with something a little raw.
Shut up, bitch!
Nah, I don't know.
The Witcher's way bigger, hence that's why you could able to get into more detail. Where GTA is not as big, but still, it gave you that option.
Oh, yeah, GTA's got a ton of stuff you can do. I will not deny that. Like GTA
they have these things. They're called strangers, and they're like, let's say you're walking down the street and some chick gets her purse stolen, and like that's a little an encounter that happens in the world, and like you have to meet those people or whatever the fuck. So that's that's like something that makes the world feel less empty, even though there's a bunch of NPCs and shit.
For sure.
Yeah. The Red Dead had it too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No, I mean Rockstar has done stuff like that before. I just really don't like GTA games because the way that I would describe GTA games is like if you could only afford one video game, you would buy GTA because it's got a little bit of everything.
You don't need another video game if you got GTA.
The jack of all trades, right?
Yeah.
But I prefer. Yeah, but I prefer to play something like mastered for each because I'm, I guess, fucking entitled or whatever. But I would prefer to play like the top notch of a category of game, right? If I'm going to play a shooter, I want to play the best feeling shooter. If I'm playing a racing game, I want to play like a Forza or a Gran Turismo.
The driving in GTA is fucking awesome. Every game that's like, you can get into cars, like the driving sucks.
Typically, yeah.
And like driving games, like those are like Forza or fucking the one that I have more hands-on with is Dirt. Those are more Sims.
Well, Forza has a sim, like they have the Forza series, but then they've got the Forza Horizon, which is a little bit more of an arcade. Like it's more like exploration based. It's less sim, but yeah, like Dirt, Forza, Gran Turismo. Those are like racing sims. Like there's a lot that goes into the physics into those.
Yeah.
Too much for my feeble mind.
So like GTA, they're shooting, but it's not a good shooter.
No, it's not.
There's driving, and the driving is really well done. Super responsive. I mean, you can fly planes and shit. That feels awesome.
No,
everything minus the shooting is done really well.
I suck at the flying.
I thought Far Cry was done really well. Far Cry 5. I really liked the physics in that. I thought the driving was fun in that, and like the
driving was kind of clunky.
It was a little bit,
yeah,
but it still was like better than most of those games, right? And I really liked the flying. I loved the planes in that game. The planes were a ton of fun. And you like fish and shit too. Like if I was gonna buy one of those games that tries to do a little bit of everything, I would have bought Far Cry over GTA. But that's just my opinion. I think GTA probably had a better story. I always like the characters. They're funny as shit. Like the characters they do really well in GTA games.
Yeah, they're
that was same with Red Dead as well.
Yeah, they're very good at character development.
Yeah, they are. I'll give them that for sure. I've always really liked the characters. But those games are also they're overwhelming. And for me, I bet you anything, like when I finally do get into Cyberpunk, I'm probably gonna feel the same way. It's gonna feel overwhelming because there's just so much shit to do.
They're gonna have a multi online player or whatever.
Yeah, they're gonna have a multiplayer.
What?
Like within a year, but shit with hard, he's going to make it 2.
Yeah, the way it's going now, let's give it a year and a half.
Yeah.
Just to be on the safe side.
So is it gonna be like missions, or is it just exploration? I would love a game like Cyberpunk where you could just load into the same world together and fuck. I think Far Cry did that, didn't they?
Oh, that's called GTA Online, dog.
Oh, okay.
Or
Yeah,
Red Dead.
okay, so yeah, like straight up, dude, GTA Online is fucking crazy fun. The only thing that sucks is they learned that you could squeeze people.
Monetize it.
Yeah, exactly. Once they figured out that, they essentially built the foundation for fucking pay to win in modern time, I guess. And that sucks. It's shit.
Pulling one from EA's books.
Yeah, I mean, but there's a reason why they're top dogs.
Yeah.
Wait, is that where they found the golden airplane? That it was like worth I don't know how much, but it did nothing different other than it being pretty.
Golden airplane? I'm not sure, man. That doesn't sound familiar.
In GTA?
Yeah. I think it was GTA. There was like an aesthetic that it was nothing other than just that. I think it's called like let me see if I found it. Luxor Deluxe.
Oh, the gold plane, and yeah. The Lux here. Yeah, you have to pay like $1 million in game just to unlock it or some bullshit.
10 million in game.
Say that again.
10 million.
What would that translate to if you were buying like game tokens or
So
whatever?
you can
Game
buy
Shark.
You
Was
can
it
buy
Game
shark
Shark?
cards. I think
Shark cards.
$20 gets you 1.5 million in the game.
I way.
Dude, that's over $100 then.
They have a Megalodon card that's like $80, and it's I think $10 million in game.
Jesus.
They may have changed that. I mean, I haven't played GTA Online in fucking years,
How much have you paid, Tessie?
dude. I spend a shit ton of money on shark cards. So here's how fucking Rockstar squeezed me for money.
You give me shit for playing Destiny.
I mean, Rocket League probably has more of my money than fucking GTA. But okay, so here, look, check it
One
out.
ban away from losing it all.
I know. I'm one fucking slur. So check it out. I bought GTA 5 on PS3. I bought GTA 5 on PS4. $60 both times. And then they started doing the shark cards. I can't even tell you how many I bought. I just to be safe, let's say 15. 15 at $20. That's another fucking what? $300-$400. Woo! Over years, but still.
They got you over $500 then. Pretty much.
They got me good.
It's a PS5, man. It's a PS5.
Oh, you can buy GTA on PS5, and you just need to pay more for shark cards. But yes, I mean, Rocket League is just as bad. Fucking Rocket League, a game we got for free 5 years ago. But every update they did when they were just psionics. So there's a term that I learned recently that is kind of funny. But you guys know like what BC and a fucking AD is, right? So fucking there's a term in Rocket League now. It's BE. And that's before Epic. So, like, the good old days of Rocket League are now considered BE.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, fucking before Epic
why
bought
do you
them.
think it's better, or why did it suck now?
It's
The
'cause,
game's still the
I
same.
mean, now it's just Fortnite Rocket Pass. And it's literally still called the Rocket Pass in fucking Rocket League. Goddamn. Fucking, like, every DLC they put out, I bought except for the NBA one. Because I'm not a nerd. I mean, yes, I'm a nerd, I guess, but like basketball's lame. So fuck you. And I think at the time each DLC was like $4.99, and they would give you a car or maybe two, and some decals and shit for it, right? And I was completely happy. Or every time they released a car, it would be $2.99. So I mean, I've bought literally every DLC they ever put out, except for the NBA one. And Epic bought them, and they started doing the Rocket Season Pass. I think they've had 3 or 4 already, and I've bought them every time. No, 1 year I didn't buy them, and that's $10 each time. So I mean, I've paid.
How long is the season though?
Like 2 months.
Some are longer. They vary in size.
So yeah, fucking.
That's a model that everybody adopted. That's
some Blizzard shit. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
There's a Blizzard. I think even I play Apex, which is Epic. So they had 7 seasons already, and I bought every single season pass.
Yeah.
$20.
Who puts out Apex?
Epic.
Is it? Oh, really?
Yeah, it is.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
At least I think it is, man.
I thought Apex was independent.
I thought it was Activision. No, Activision is what?
I'm so sorry. Respawn.
Respawn made it, but I don't know if they distributed it. I don't know who they made it for.
What is the game?
Because it was supposed to be another game, and they made it into this or some shit like that.
No, Apex is drawn from Titanfall.
And then
there you go.
Yeah, it's EA. Ooh, the worst one.
Oh, that's right.
It's published by
EA bought Activision, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah.
It is by Respawn. They're the one.
Yeah, Respawn developed
Respawn made it.
EA. It's in the games.
It's in your wallet.
It's in your wallet. Yeah.
It's in our bank.
Your wallet.
But yeah, fucking, that sucks. But I mean, for me, I was helping Psyonix, small company, game I love to play. I have weeks of time in it already. In 5 years, total loser. Golden Hoops. Forever platinum. Whoopsie.
It's not bad. $20 for like what, 2 or 3 months of entertainment?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't need the pass.
Yeah, you don't need any items to play the game.
No, I need that fancy ass skin.
No,
you need the Halo.
I know the feeling.
Fuck you, dude.
I need the Halo skin.
I bought it. Oh, you bought it too. Fuck you.
Yeah. That was a need. That wasn't a. I
was possessed. I don't know what happened. I blacked out.
I blacked out
and the money was gone from my bank. I don't know what the fuck happened. I think I had my identity stolen. Fuck. Well, I guess with this quick little brief pause, I'm gonna go ahead and take a break real quick because I gotta go to the restroom. I mean, I could leave you guys here talking if you guys don't mind.
I gotta make a drink.
Oh, I mind.
I need to make a drink.
All right, then. Collectively, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. Richard. So after we had a kind of long rant about some video games, I kind of wanted to bring up the fact that I wrote a song recently about a video game, and I feel that it's one of my better tracks. So I'm gonna show it to the boys, and then we'll get back right after we listen to it. For those of you listening, I'm gonna go ahead and just paste the whole song here, and you get to hear it straight right back. Richard. before I go any further, I want to just shout out my boy Josh out in Japan. I know you're a long ways away, but I'm always thinking about you. Now, let's get back with the boys. Okay, so that was Unlabeled Cassette.
It's a very, as you said, very 80s. It's kind of like that 80s montage where you had like that that
Exactly.
life-changing moment.
Exactly.
Funny you say montage because that's literally what started the idea of him making it.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to edit some footage from the game, piece it all together, and he's like, "Oh, hold on, like what song are you gonna use?" And then we kind of had there's like this one song in the game that was it was a real staple in what we would use to run away from fucking cannibals and shit. And I was gonna use that, and then I pretty much said, "Oh, hold on, like I think I got something for you." Came back a day later with this, and it was like, holy shit, man, it was perfect. It fits, like it just fits so well. But 80s montage, that's pretty much what we're going for.
Yeah.
You hit it pretty good, man. Like seriously, like even like as the beginning, just to jazzercise, take you back, stretch them legs,
Put them leg warmers on.
those torn shirts, scrunchies, whatever.
So, Papi, you've played the game. You've heard some of the tapes.
I played the game, seen the tapes, lived the 80s.
Oh, yeah, that too. I mean, what do you think? Does it fit?
Yeah, it does. It does. Pretty good, man. It is like Garbage said, those life moments when in the movie it slows down everything and the person seeing everything change and
It's gonna be a montage.
yep, pretty much. Pretty much.
That's one of the things that I kept like singing and screaming. Like, so in that game, you have to like chop down trees to build stuff, and like a lot of the stuff that's big that you gotta build, you gotta chop down a fuck ton of trees, right? So you gotta chop them down, and then you gotta collect them and then place them. So every time we would chop down like fucking 10 or 12 trees, we'd just be like, "You're gonna do a montage," just running back and forth, fucking picking up logs and shit. Or if we were,
He survived the plane crash, but he's still able to pick up fucking logs and fucking trees.
Hey.
Fucking shit.
but yeah, fucking.
Jump flashback.
That's one of those fucking. I don't know how to describe it. Like for me, the way that I work as a musician, like either something has to inspire me, or I'll fuck around with something, and then if something sticks, like I'll work on it, right? But this was just one of those things. I found a drum beat that I liked. I put it down, and usually I'll start with bass first. And I found this just nasty sounding bass. Wub, 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 wub. And I was like, oh, fuck, this, I have to use this. So I started fucking with it. And I put that layer down, and I was like, oh, it sounds kind of too dark, right? What the fuck can I put over this? So then I found some synths. And, wait, I think I found the perfect ones. Super fucking 80s, and they're like almost on the verge of like being abrasive, like because they're so harsh.
It's the synthesizers, man.
Yeah, exactly. They cut through anything. That's why I put that fucking nasty bass on it. And then, well, I mean, obviously I put creature sounds and shit just to kind of liven it up a little bit so it's not too repetitive. But I didn't want to go too heavy with the samples either, because then like that's just cheesy, and you gotta like sprinkle those in.
Yeah, for sure. Less is more in that, and I think you nailed it. You got a little bit at the beginning, you got some shit further on, and it was always when the music had changed, like something had changed, right?
Yeah.
And so it was, yeah, man. I don't know. That shit's awesome. I dig it. I play it in my truck. Like I played it for my kid. He was stoked on it, and I have the soundtrack for the game, and I threw I threw that track in with the soundtrack and I just put it on shuffle, and like I was like halfway through the song before I realized it was yours because it fits, man. You nailed it.
I think it does. Like we were talking about the beat 'em up games earlier. I feel like this is like even like a level
Yeah,
where like
yeah.
you go like you go into like the sewer level, like the Streets of Rage.
It's like the one where you go to like generate money or points or whatever. It's like the extra round and shit where you just go and beat the fuck out of the cars or whatever, like Street Fighter.
Hell yeah!
Test your might.
Mm. But yeah, fucking, I've never made an 80s song. I kind of hate 80s music.
What? 80s is a shit, man.
It's kind of lame, to be honest.
It's not. Fuck
What do
no,
you hate
man.
about the 80s, man?
80s was gimmicky. I think they had some cool ideas. They just didn't have the technology to do it. So when you hear stuff that's meant to sound 80s now, I can fuck with that stuff because it's like, ooh, okay, they actually perfected the bass and the sounds and the samples, and like it all sounds clean and crisp now. Whereas before, it's like when you hear an 80s track, like it takes like less than 10 seconds to be like, yeah, that's the 80s. It just has those fucking noises, you know?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
But not only that, not only the music. The music's really different, and the way everybody dressed. They can't dress like that.
Oh no, the 80s was its own time.
Yeah.
Like people still
100%.
dress. People still dress like 70s and get away with it, but you can't dress like the 80s. Man. You fucking look ridiculous.
Yes, you can.
Alright.
You'll just be that weird guy at the fucking grocery store.
The only time you can get away with it is when you're skiing.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's almost the 90s look, what you're talking
I
about.
was about to say that's 90s.
'Cause
So yeah,
It's a hybrid. It's a bit of a hybrid.
The
It's not
90s
like-
was all about fucking bright ass colors and shit.
Yeah, but I mean, so was the 80s to a degree too.
Yeah, I guess so.
have you guys ever seen The Dirt?
The Dirt,
Dirt?
Motley Crue movie?
Oh, the Motley
Yeah.
Crue.
Nah.
Yes.
I think they have like the best beginning when they say that, right? Like the 90s, right? It's like they make fun of it, right? Like the jazzercise, the say no to drugs, like all these cliche things. Like, how can you hate the 80s when the 90s? Where I think the 90s is like not something you want to replicate. Like, how many like?
How can you not? The 90s were awesome,
The
dude. The
90s
reason why,
the
you know, the
90s
reason why, wait, the only reason the Dirt says shit like that to the 90s because they fucking hate the grunge movement.
Because the grunge killed fucking
Killed it.
glam
killed
metal.
Them. Yep.
Yeah, big time.
I don't know, man. Like I've never seen like, and this is coming from like a different, right? Like when you see like theme parties, right? The 70s, the 80s. I never seen a movie that's like, hey guys, let's dress like the 90s, you know?
Well, it's
I've been
in
to a few of those, man.
it's in style now. The 90s
Yeah,
is,
man.
the
Yeah,
90s
yeah.
is a thing. The 90s is the retro chic.
Yeah, because even the last times I went to the bar, is the people were, some of the ladies were dressing like 90s style. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's because they never got out
No,
of it.
It's because
no,
they
no,
still
the
had
young
it in
ones.
the closet.
No, the young ones.
Well,
They're
yeah,
dressing
like
that-
the mom
They're all
pants that are
rocking
that are
Nirvana
s-
shirts and
that are
flannels
super
and shit,
high
and,
waist and shit. That was all
Yeah.
90s stuff. Yeah, well, fucking, for me, I think the 90s was like the best time for music.
I don't know.
Yeah, music wise is okay, let's see
Because-
the 90s. Give me a second.
Don't they say the 70s was the best shit?
Oh, I mean, the 70s,
banger stuff
though,
too.
they say the 60s was
Right.
like the most
Like-
revolutionary point in music. But I can fuck with the 60s, but everyone was fucked up. What the fuck do they know? In the 90s, everyone was clear-headed and everyone was pissed. A lot of angst came out of the 90s. Maybe that's why I like it. I'm a very
You know what? I'll give you the 90s because some of this music that I'm looking at.
well, I mean, think about it. Fucking gangster rap.
Yeah,
Most-
that's the first thing that came out. California Love.
Most of the modern heavy metal sound came from the 90s.
Nirvana.
Pop started getting better. I mean, it still sucks. But
80s pop is the shit to me.
80s pop is good. I'll give you that one. But
The
fucking
fuck is 80s pop?
like fucking well, like Debbie Gibson and shit.
Madonna.
Fuck Madonna.
I mean, they,
Was there anybody else besides Madonna?
there were a lot of one-hit wonders and whatnot, but fuck,
Yeah.
it's a lot day for me.
For sure.
You know what? I'm not gonna.
I think the 90s had the most one-hit wonders because
They had a
of all
bunch.
the genres.
It's because the music was
Right.
changing. To me, I think the '90s was like the future of entertainment. I guess.
It was a huge shift to stuff like MTV and
Yeah.
shit like that, right? So it was broadcasted better. I don't know.
Yeah,
Music had a bigger platform in the 90s.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of led way to now, right? Where you got like everyone
Sure.
has their own music streaming platform.
Wait, how can you not say 80s? Like, yeah, Cyndi Lauper, Michael Jackson. Shit, just
Okay.
Michael Jackson alone.
Yeah, I was about to say like Michael Jackson's the only one that. Well, and Madonna, as you said it. But okay, but the '90s, it goes back to what we were looking at like last week with your mom, right? Like there was this album that we found that we're like, what the fuck is this? But according to what we found out, it's like that was in heavy rotation. Like really? Like what was the name of that damn album? It was so bad.
That Swedish band,
Yeah, the one that we
Whale?
found.
Whale.
Yeah, Whale. I think it was like this was in heavy rotation. So whenever people say like, "Oh, MTV," and then now I go back and I see that this was actually part of what was popular.
Or maybe it was the MTV of Europe that was heavy
Yeah, yeah.
rotation, not here in the US.
I could see that. Yeah, but I mean, fucking. For me, I mean, I'm a '90s kid, right? I'm kind of biased, but I personally actually believe that. For me, I like just music is my passion, right? So fucking for me, the most impactful moments for music were in the '90s, right? I mean, you can't have
Just you lived them.
Spotify. You can't have Spotify without fucking Napster. I mean, that kind of happened in what was it like the
Early
2000s?
2000s. Early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, still fucking.
Hey, man, 80s had Prince. I'm just saying.
No, Prince is he's a legend for a reason, right? He's one of those once in a generation kind of artists. The thing that trips me out about Prince is like everyone knows him for Purple Rain and more of his R&B shit, but motherfucker could play guitar, dude.
Yeah. You see, no one could dress like Prince right now. They'll tell you, fucking retarded. or
What are you talking about? Fucking, don't you know who Lil Nas X is?
Yeah, and he looks retarded.
Well, I mean, so did Prince, but Prince.
No,
is
Prince.
Prince.
Prince. No, Prince.
No.
killed it.
Prince gets the pass because he's a smooth motherfucker.
He had the
Exactly,
personality
and
back.
he's
You gotta
talented.
have personality.
Yeah.
and talent. And Lil Nas does it. You're like, what are you doing, man? Get that shit out. You know, like go change, okay?
Go put your street clothes on, dog. Come on.
There's always someone that's trying to do that. Like, isn't like Cam Newton trying to do that? Like every once in a while, he has like
Every once in
some
a while.
random ass outfit.
You mean always?
Or back
You
in the
mean-
day.
And what happens? They fucking
Everyone
roast his
clowns
ass.
him. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, he does look like a fucking idiot. But
shit,
I mean,
Journey.
remember when Pharrell did it? Pharrell is cool. Pharrell's talented, but he wore that stupid hat, and fuck you, Pharrell. That fucking
Yeah.
Canadian mountaineer looking ass.
Dude, I didn't know Pharrell started in the 90s.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I was like, damn, Pharrell's been around forever.
that's why he's got clout. That's why he's fucking Pharrell, dog.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm looking at 80s Journey, man. I like Journey.
I got a
Yeah, I know you don't. So.
I got a bad spot for Journey.
Look,
I mean,
I'm not
it's just
saying,
one song.
I'm not
too.
saying that we don't like these bands, but these bands were hit. You know, they're big and they hit.
Yeah.
Journey's drummer slapped, man. When you can play the drums like that and sing, Like,
Nah,
that
fuck.
shit was
You know
pretty
whose
nutty.
drummer slabbed? Fucking Phil, or no, his name's not Phil Collin. Fucking that's the guitar player from Def
It's a
Leppard.
singer.
No, Phil Collin, not Phil Collins. Phil Collin.
Oh, the one arm man.
No, yeah, the one-arm drummer from fucking Def Leppard, dude. So he played in Def
Isn't Def
Leppard
Leppard
for
from
like
the
what,
80s?
like 12 years before he lost his arm in that car accident, and
Yeah,
he
something like
continued
that.
to play the same songs, and like almost exactly the same. Now he
Shit,
he
eh?
does have a crazy rig, but still, I mean, to be able to, I mean, learning drums is already difficult enough, but relearning drums and essentially building a foundation of a new system to play drums one-handed. I mean, he's a revolutionary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty next
I'm-
level.
I was never a fan of Def Leppard until I saw their video and I saw that drummer with one arm. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
that's crazy, right? You never would have
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah, but like, you know what? I don't like you guys, but respect to your
Yeah,
drummer.
for sure, exactly. And their guitar player, Phil Collin, he could fucking shred too. He was a motherfucker. No, I don't fucking want to pour some sugar on them, but
Oh,
I'll give respect where respect is due.
fucking Def Leppard. I never liked them. Dude. I don't know. Maybe it was the fucking jeans they wore in the 80s. Or
That-
they're
the acid
fucking
wash?
Yeah, so the ripped ones. Fuck them.
Well, I mean, lo and behold, they're in style again.
I guess I want to buy some.
No, you can't because they're too expensive. Actual vintage jeans. You know, there's a market for vintage clothing.
Yes.
That's
What
crazy.
the hell?
That's
You know, we have a store here of that shit.
where.
I don't know where they promote it, like on the newspaper or some shit like that. Like they're mostly 90s and 80s, but you know that's what they specialize in, vintage clothing.
Dude, it's huge here. We have tons of those places up this way. Like especially our like Valley Villages and shit. Massively popular. Like people flock to them to try to find old band stuff and all that kind of crap. And
Oh, fuck.
but,
Keep going. Sorry.
yeah, just these like they got like trade-in systems and stuff too at these stores, like for the vintage clothing. And so like you take in like your old vintage clothes and then they give you like store credit that you can put towards getting like new shit and stuff. But like they pay out pretty good. Like fucking girls were trying to make like like a little side business of hustling. They'd like go to thrift stores, pick out stuff that they knew that they could then take to this other, like technically it's like a thrift store but for vintage clothing. And like they were like flipping clothes basically to make a buck. It's fucking, I don't know, it's wild, man. It's crazy to think.
Yeah, you said band shirts. That's something I kind of wanted to. I think maybe we talked about this a while back, but if we didn't, fucking, we're gonna talk about it again. The other day I was going through my closet to empty shit out, right? And fucking, I found a bunch of my old band T-shirts. And eventually the plan was to like make a quilt out of all my old band T-shirts. And fucking, I was just like, fuck it, let me look it up. Let me see how much somebody's selling one of these, right? And I had a Rob Zombie T-shirt, and fucking, I was a rough youth, so I tore it to shit, right? So I just cut off the design so that I could put it on the quilt, right? I look up the shirt, and the shirt intact, fucking, I think sold, or it was posted on eBay for like $165.
What?
I think I paid $20 at Hot Topic, like fucking 15 years ago for it. But somebody was selling it on eBay and they had it listed at $165.
They didn't have
Oh,
any
shit.
bids or anything.
I'm not sure. I didn't look. I just saw that and I was like, what the fuck? So I started looking at all my other ones. And fucking, we found a white zombie one And that one was worth money. That one was worth fucking. I think it had sold on eBay for $320. Like for a T-shirt that's folded in a bin in my closet, $300 just chilling. That's crazy. So yeah, I'm not gonna sell them.
I don't get it.
It's because everything is actually like, I think we have a craze right now where anything that is vintage, anything that is old, people want to spend their money on just to say that, hey, I have something old.
Yeah.
It's happening in the collectible world. It's happening into like anything, man. But the thing is, if you look at it, they're unique items, if anything, man. Like, imagine if I could find a hoodie from my first concert that I went to, which was the Deftones one that we had talked about before. That hoodie was $50 back then, which is already fucking crazy.
Wow,
obviously,
keep going.
it had like a bunch of tour dates in the back. It was fucking awesome. Like, if I could get another one, I mean, I guess I would pay $100 at least to try and, hold on to that memory. If I could find one, maybe.
Well, that's it. It's rarity, right? People will always pay for rarity, and then you get that bonus of it being rare too, where you're like, well, fuck, this is going to be super cool because no one else is going to have this.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Like, I don't know. You feel way more slick when you're walking around somewhere and you see like 3 different people all wearing pretty much the same shit, and then you know that whatever you're wearing, like, no one else in the fucking bar is gonna have or whatever, right? It's
okay, so
kind of like showing up to prom and there's like 3 people wearing the same dress.
yeah.
Totally, yeah.
So I have one hockey jersey that I bought at a Slayer concert a long time ago, and I saw it and like I had to have it, right? I've never seen such a fucking cool hockey jersey before, right? It's a fucking Slayer jersey, and I think it was $85 at the show. Somebody has it listed on Etsy for $200.
Shit.
That's just on Etsy. I didn't even look on eBay. I just Googled fucking Slayer hockey jersey, and that one was one of the things to come out. Let me put it in shopping. Let me see. Yeah, so 200 used. And mine's a 2X, so I can charge extra for it. 'Cause those were more rare. I mean, they don't make that many plus size.
Oh, plus size.
They don't make them in big man.
I lost my Tool shirt.
Ooh.
2 of them.
That's all right. It's nothing important.
Shut up.
Fucking. Okay, now I'm just looking at fucking cool metal shirts. God damn it. But yeah, fucking the resale market on shit that I figured had no value is kind of crazy.
It's just like the CDs you get.
Yeah. Oh shit. Speaking of that, I went back again and I bought 3 more. I think I'm addicted to buying shit albums.
I actually listened to Cherry Popping
Daddies
this week. I popped in the album and I'm like, let me go for a drive. And
yeah, that sounds like good driving music.
Did you become a greaser?
No.
Did you roll up? Did you roll up cigarettes in your sleeve and tuck your pants into your boots?
I was gonna say, did you comb your hair?
I just shaped it in my headphones, you asshole.
God damn it, Bobby.
You know what? That one hurt. I'm out.
Fuck that!
But no, yeah, that was I went back and I listened to them Bones. And then, what's it called? The Surgeon? What's it called? Teenage Surgeon or something like that?
Shit, I don't remember, man.
I don't remember, but I was listening to it. Like, I just put it on YouTube or Spotify. And I'm let's play the album. Let's go.
So you asked me something earlier, and let's get a bigger opinion. So, do you guys listen to music on Spotify? Not a sponsor.
No.
Yes, sometimes.
Do you listen to music on YouTube?
Yes.
Do you notice that there's like a lack of volume or quality on Spotify compared to YouTube? or vice versa?
Yes.
For which one?
I think Spotify.
Spotify's worse?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you can find more stuff on YouTube than.
Well, yeah, obviously, but no, like we mean literally like the audio quality.
Oh, auto quality?
Don't they stream at 128 on Spotify?
I'm not too sure.
And then YouTube is probably a little less restricted.
Let's see, Spotify bit.
You know what? Yeah, you're right because and that's actually what we're talking about. Like
compresses their audio to 160.
Oof. Yeah. See, that's garbage, dude. 160. It should be.
What, YouTube is 320?
Let's see. Hold on. Let me look.
I think YouTube is probably capped at 320.
Okay, YouTube. If the audio's mono, it's 128. If it's stereo, it's 384. If it's 5.1, it's 500.
There you fucking go. Yeah.
That makes sense.
So YouTube has better audio. It
depends. Obviously, the up how you're uploading it, but I would imagine most are uploading at 320.
Yeah, well, I mean, for the most part, YouTube automatically, whenever you upload, it compresses everything. So you're already taking the audio quality hit when you upload. But I think Spotify is exactly the same. And, well, I mean, I just looked up the data. Spotify is even worse, which is kind of shocking to me because Spotify is a music streaming service. You figure
yeah, but you got to think most people who are listening to music these days, they don't fucking know the difference.
They don't notice. That's true.
And they don't notice because most people are playing music on their fucking cell phone without any kind of speakers or playing it on laptop speakers, like just pure garbage. Like people don't know any better.
Yeah, that's like whenever I finish a song, I'm like, well, I mean, obviously headphones are going to be the best way to listen to it. But I mean, if you have a speaker, listen to it on a speaker because cell phone speakers suck dick.
Dude, I wouldn't listen to anything on that.
I mean,
except for like an audio book or something.
Okay,
maybe.
so I'm gonna kind of suck my own dick here, but my song sounds pretty good coming out of my cell phone speakers. I'm just gonna say, it does. It honestly does.
You can't hear. Well, it's my ringtone. It sounds decent, but you can't hear the bass, man.
No,
like
it doesn't have that thump. But I mean, watch.
No.
Well, that's the thing. Like if. Who plays music off of the cell phone from anywhere other than Spotify?
See, 80s you can get away with those because it's like when you're playing it out of the cell phone.
See, you still get that wum wum wum. It just doesn't have that fucking.
You don't feel it.
That growl in your nuts, you know?
The visceral experience.
Yeah.
But I think it also has to do with, like, the only reason I found out that Spotify was lower quality is because I actually bought the original CD.
Oh, so, yeah, of course. Well,
yes, I still buy CDs, right? Like, I'm that old boomer that still does CDs.
I buy CDs, too.
CDs nuts.
Yeah, so I listened to, like, the CD, right? And I'm like, dude, this like, Desi says, this shit slaps, right? And then I'm listening to it on Spotify, and I'm like, dude, where the fuck is the bass?
Yeah.
Like, this has a fucking amazing bass line. Like, where is it?
Well, CDs are wave too, right? Like
CDs are also
very
compressed.
Low compression.
No, CDs are super compressed.
But it's still sounding. But this is okay. And
it's compressed, but it's at a higher bit rate. I think it's at. Yeah. I think CD quality is at like almost 200. I think it's like at 194 or something like that.
No, isn't it 320?
Dude, you can rip CDs in wave or FLAC. Like,
I think it's at 320. The CDs
is even higher.
No, I think it's at 240. Fuck, you're right. It's because I mean every time I export these, I can put them in MP3, and MP3 is at CD quality. If I rip it to wave, it's obviously uncompressed.
Yeah, but you can rip from a CD back into like FLAC and stuff. And
with that, you're using the converter to do that.
Yeah.
So then, in that case, they're doing even more stuff to it to make it sound. Because again, like I'm listening. If let's say if it's even at whatever rate you guys are saying, right, 128 or whatever,
Yeah.
then why does it still sound better from a CD than coming from Spotify?
Because Spotify's streaming.
Yeah, see that less data. It's
Yeah.
all about data, right? People on Spotify, they want to be able to save playlists and like the lower quality bit rate, obviously the less space it takes. So when people are saving shit for offline, you can double the amount of songs because the file sizes are half the size.
Well, that and then I'm gonna assume that you use Bluetooth. That you lose audio quality doing that also.
Right.
Well, I stream. Well, I mean, right, Bluetooth. If that was one of the variables, I mean, I actually am hardwired, so
Oh, okay.
I'm not losing. I shouldn't be
Well,
losing much.
there's another thing. Like, yeah, you can have a headphone jack on your phone, but if your phone doesn't have a dedicated DAC, it's pretty generic. Like, you're gonna have just the cheapest audio jack they could find.
Shout out to the iPhone 4. It was either the 4 or the 4S. It had the best, still I think to this day, the best DAC in an iPhone.
Shout out to LG. They actually use hi-fi DACs in their.
Nice.
Well, I don't know if they have headphone jacks anymore, but I had an LG V20 and it had a hi-fi fucking quad DAC. Everything sounded good on it.
Nice.
I broke it.
No.
That's the one you put in the cup.
No, that was actually my first Note ever. I had the Note 2 and that's when everyone hated phablets. And I was going to a party with a friend of mine. Shout out Three Bills. Shout out Dirty Saints. And we were pre-gaming, right? So we had a fucking cocktail in the car in the biggest Texas-sized cup you could find, because we're some big boys, and we had a little cup of that drink, and fucking we were pounding, right? I guess I pounded a little too much, and I didn't think about it. I fucking put my phone in the cup holder, and I forgot the drink was there. When I went to go pull my phone out, it was fucking covered in booze and whatever fucking we mixed it with. I don't remember anymore, but I was like, oh shit, no. I fucking pulled the battery out. That's back in the day when you could do that. Shout out to those of you that remember that. And I left it to dry. I was without a phone.
I think that was the best feature of LG. Those like batteries that you could pull out and it feels like you were like loading up a gun, right? Like taking it out, putting it to load, and just reloading the new one. Ooh, phone's back on.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, gone are the days of being able to replace a battery. But whatever. And that night kind of turned into a special moment between me and Papi. We'll save that story.
Hey, you fell for it.
We'll save that story for another day. But is there anything you guys want to bring up or?
Oh, so I'm just looking into this right now. Spotify does offer, with a premium subscription service, can stream up to 320.
Okay.
But it seems like most streaming services are about 128 seems to be the standard. Some are even lower than that. A CD is 1400 gigabits per second, like just over 1400.
Ooh-wee.
So it's quite a bit above 320.
Okay, so then yeah, it's like fucking 3 times, 4 times.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane because it reminds me of I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys hated the album, but Death Magnetic.
I like a couple of the songs off of it. It was it was mastered really well. It was a good sounding album.
It was really good if you could download it, but there was no way the CD could hold it, so they had to compress the music really bad. So I bought the album. I like some of the songs, but then when I downloaded it, I'm like, dude, like this, and obviously like. if you're into music, Desi, I'm me a little bit from all my band career, whatever that I had to listen to, tune, whatever. You can tell the difference a lot.
Yeah, if you know what you're looking for, or if you know what you're supposed to listen for, yeah, you can.
Certain music really caters to it too, right?
Yeah.
Like you listen to certain things in FLAC with a good sound system.
Yeah, like
and
classical.
You pick out little,
Ooh-wee.
you pick out little
Yeah.
intricacies that you just didn't hear before,
Yeah.
right? So that really layered music for sure, right? Right, you start picking out different sounds that you're like, holy fuck, like I didn't ever hear that in the mid range before because
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
just so compressed that it
'Cause
just didn't show.
wasn't there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. What was that? That one that you showed me, Desi? Was it Devin Townsend project?
Oh yeah. Deadhead, with Devin,
Like-
the Devin Townsend project.
Yeah, like those fuckers have like so many layers on the music that
Yeah, I think he like did a breakdown of like the song itself, and when they were recording, I think he had something like 17 guitar tracks. Like what the fuck? And that's why that's what's referred to as the wall of noise. Like in music, just because like you're bombarded with fucking, I guess so much. I don't want to say audio noise, but essentially that's what it is. And like, if you know what's up with that, like, goddamn, like, it's impressive. Cause it's real easy to like cross frequencies, and some frequencies when you hit them, and then you put them together, they like cancel each other out. And I mean that's just another thing with wavelengths and frequencies and shit, right? But yeah, I mean, fucking that song "Deadhead" by Devin Townsend. Whew, that's a banger, dude. Fuck. But yeah, for those of you douchebags that buy vinyl, if it's anything modern, it's compressed. You're not any
just-
better than some dickhead that buys a CD.
It's just to have vinyl. That's all it is.
Well, it's because there's truth to vinyl sounding better, and that's because the way they used to make vinyl was like you're literally just recording the audio waves, analog, right? Like, so it's literally just
raw.
like if I'm telling you something, you're writing it down. Like, there's no cheating it. There's no adding anything to that. It's the sound. What you hear is what you hear. If you hear like somebody talking in the background, if you have the volume super loud, like sometimes you can hear like the people talking through the headphones in a studio and shit. And I don't know, like people nowadays don't really know any better, and they're like, oh, I only listen to music on vinyl. Well, if the vinyl was only pressed in the last 15, 20 years, that shit's all digitally compressed, you dumb fucking idiot. That's how they make you pay $50 for an album. I mean, it looks cool to have vinyl and shit, but if you have vintage vinyl and you have a really good system, you can tell the difference. But
For sure.
if you don't, get the fuck out of here.
So we now have super listeners now, kind of like super tasters.
Super listeners.
Well, yeah, they're
The
called.
thing I always really liked about vinyl was it made you slow down. Like you'd actually listen to the whole thing
You
because
had
didn't
to,
have
yeah.
quick ability to skip, right? So I don't know. That's one thing I like about it. I'll toss an album on, right? You start doing some shit, you clean or whatever. Even if you're just chilling, you just listen to everything. There's no skipping. There's no none of that. And then when it stops, you fucking flip it and you listen to side 2
Yeah,
and shit. But I mean, it was different too, right? Because nowadays, when you're buying stuff on a record, well, most albums nowadays are just like a compilation of singles. You know, you still do get people who do like concept albums or things that are meant to be played from start to finish. But I mean, we're in a day of streaming. Like people they're gonna put it in a fucking playlist. It's gonna be on shuffle. So when you get these things that have like really bizarre intros because it was the beginning of the last track kind of thing, people aren't doing that anymore. So to listen to records nowadays of newer albums, like half the time doesn't even make sense because it's just a compilation of singles.
Yeah, it's because the attention span of the, I guess, of
The attention span, and then the platforms too changed it as well, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's what we kind of always talk about, right? It's a bunch of different ideas put into a playlist versus one idea stretched for a couple of hours or an hour and a half. I still listen to like Avenged beginning to end my albums, but that's because they have that idea. I know, like some of those songs, it ends in static, and the next song begins in static, and you're like, "What the hell is going?"
That one's from fucking Waking the Fallen, right?
Yeah, Waking the Fallen is probably one of my, if not one of my favorite albums from them.
Yeah, for me, that's my favorite album, but I also like the one they did after that one.
Seed of Evil was good, but I think the stage kind of took that route again with the whole otherworldly kind of feel, where every song just feels like mysterious, kind of, except for the first, which was the hit, right?
I never listened to anything after City of Evil, if I'm gonna be honest. I like Avenged. I've been listening to a lot of the older shit that I used to listen to recently, and I started listening to a lot of the City of Evil shit or tracks, and like, yeah, dude, fucking some of those songs are awesome. And like Poppy says, yeah, people are, I think Carlton said, fucking people don't really do concept albums anymore because people kind of lose grasp on the concept, you know?
Yeah, like he was saying, the attention span is part of it for sure. But then the platforms have catered that like quick, and it's just society nowadays.
Yeah,
everything's at your fingertips, right? You don't like something, well, fuck, you change it. Same with relationships, man. Look at the dating scene now.
Swipe left
or right.
Yeah, we're sitting there. We're talking about how the whole concept of a man going up to a woman is disappearing.
Chivalry is dead.
Yeah, well, and then you got kids in like high school and shit are getting in trouble for approaching girls because they're like, well, fucking, he said this and that, and kids getting suspended for sexual harassment because he told the girl, you know, she was thick, or like, you know, all your legs look good today.
Take it easy, big boy. Coming on a little thick. Coming on a little thick.
Especially now with the pandemic, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think after the pandemic ends, it's going to be a huge orgy party.
I think people are going to kind of get back to more face-to-face stuff.
Yeah.
Just because we've been without it for going on a year almost now.
For sure.
Well, we're going to have like more love for this retro old school kind of feel.
Yeah.
That's gonna happen. It was funny. I used to have a boss that told me this a few years back, right? It's to some extent it was kind of common sense, but still, everything was going like brick and mortar was dying.
Yeah.
We saw, right? Brick and mortar is dying, but then there's gonna come a time where there's gonna be like, you know what? We're gonna go retro, and brick and mortar is gonna be retro.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have nothing but pop-up shops of everything that you guys said, right? Like old school jeans, you know what, speed dating, like no cell phones allowed kind of thing. And now that we see like all this love for like 90s stuff, 80s stuff, or what was our age of growing up is considered retro now. You're going to have that calling, right? Because we're fascinated with old school stuff. Like I'm pretty sure like with us, we like the 80s. I mean, with the exception of Desi.
I didn't say I didn't like the 80s. I just said the 80s were lame.
It's almost say you don't like the 80s.
Yeah.
No, there's some stuff that I liked, but most of it was pretty fucking weak.
Weak? Really? I don't go as far as weak, man.
Now, the action movies from the 80s, oof, top notch.
There you go.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's not the only thing. I thought the fashion was pretty lame.
Fashion was crazy, and like we just said, no one could dress like the people in the 80s. You look dumb.
Yeah, I like that. 80s it was its own era, and it's like it's so fucking. You can picture it, man. Like most, even kids nowadays, you say something about like, oh yeah, back in the '80s. Like even my son knows. He's like, oh yeah, with the crazy sunglasses and the huge hair, and it's like, yeah, man, you nailed it. And he's like, with the weird music, with the boop, boop, boop,
Yeah, exactly.
right? Like,
With the lame music.
Weird music, not lame.
yeah, with all the sound effects, all the cheap sound effects and stuff. But like, I don't know, when you're that big that like whenever someone hears the '80s, you can picture it, man. Especially if you lived in the '80s. I didn't, but I would imagine people who lived in the '80s, like when it gets brought up, it's like it fucking hits you. So,
Like I think that's it is. Like I can't picture '90s fashion for some reason, even though I lived it.
I can.
I can. People still do it. People are still kind of dressing like the 90s.
Maybe that's why, because we still see it. So it goes back to what Poppy said, right? Like the '80s, you don't see it anymore because it was really iconic. Versus the '90s, it continued, and maybe that you don't see it anymore. And that's why I'm just like the '90s. I'm like I don't see it. Like what is it that we see? Like dark colored shirts.
It's the 90s. It's blended in what you wear today. It's nicely blended in. Where I don't know. I seen it. I seen people dress like how they were dressed in the 90s. Like
there was
especially the
'90s too, though.
Especially like the ladies, I would like the pants, the shirts, and the whole the neck collar thing. I know it was big in the 70s, but like the 90s, it came back and it had their own thing.
Well, that's another thing that they say. Like they say, style or what is it? Not style. Fucking fashion is cyclical, right? So in the 90s, dressing 70s was cool, right?
Yeah.
And again, what are we in the 2020s now? I mean, you can still do it, right? Yeah, there was for a while there was like a cool bohemian chic kind of thing, and I mean that's 60s, dude. Fashion borrows from the past to make it new.
Yeah, but then some stuff doesn't change, and again, some of the stuff from the '90s, like you said it right, like the gangster stuff, right? I don't think that look has changed much. Like if you see like
I don't think it has. It went from being I saw a meme about it. It went from being baggy and big to tight and skinny.
Yeah, and wear it baggy though. They wear it. It just looks stupid to me. I know it's a new fashion, but
no.
How do you wear skinny jeans to your ass?
I don't know. I can't fuck with that.
I agree with that, but I think that happened like on the 2010s. That didn't happen in the 2000s. So I think like the 90s blended too much with the 2000s that there is very little very little distinction between 2 decades in terms of clothing for some genres.
Yeah, like, it was a smoother shift.
I don't think no one's wearing Jinko jeans though.
Oh, actually,
you still saw Jinko jeans on the 2000s, man. You've been to 2010. I still saw.
No, but now I'm talking about now.
There's a music artist. His name is Oliver Tree, and he wears Jinkos.
All Jinkos got built in 2005, and whatever's out on the market is out there.
They relaunched recently.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You can go to their website. You can go to their website and buy Jinkos right now. I looked for a pair. I wanted some. When Jinkos were a thing when I was in middle school, oh man, I wanted a pair so bad, but fuck, they were expensive.
They're so crazy. Why?
Well, yeah, because it takes. Well, they were expensive because it takes a lot of material to make them.
And they're expensive now because they're expensive now because they're nostalgic and they take chingos of material.
They do shorts.
They do, yeah. Shorts. They're fucking. They're
shorts.
They're just high water pants. I would.
It takes 3 pairs of a regular jeans to make it.
It takes 3 pair to make 1 pair, but I totally want to buy some just because they're fucking stupid. I mean, now, like in retrospect, they're fucking stupid, but back in the day, they were hot shit.
Why?
You're gonna walk into any goddamn grocery store, they're gonna asset protection's gonna follow you. Like this one has he has a watermelon.
He's got a
under those
watermelon
jeans.
in them thighs. Or no, you step in one puddle and that water just goes all the way up to your knees and fucks your day up.
I still remember when Garbage wore his Jenko jeans.
No, I don't. Those weren't Jinko. They were just like full of straps and zippers and shit.
Whoa, you leave my Hot Topic jeans alone, man.
That was another thing.
Hot
Dude,
Topic.
it's like 120 degrees. Garbage. You're fucking wearing those jeans.
And a sweater.
And a sweater,
hoodie.
yeah.
And a hoodie.
Why?
Wait, did I wear gloves when I met you guys?
Yes.
I'm not
Okay,
me.
and my gloves.
Yeah, Naruto gloves.
I remember when you came with the red popcorn, the key or whatever it's called.
Dude, crazy days.
Yeah. Hey,
I want to buy jeans also like that. If you guys get them, I want to get some.
they don't make them.
I love it. They're $150.
I told you they were expensive, man.
They're on sale because they're 300. Allah.
Here, let's go to eBay.
Oh, mames.
God damn it. Jinko. Damn it,
Then
dude. Jinko jeans. Let's see how much they go for on eBay. Oh, no, they're not too bad.
Nah, but these are used. $100 for used Jinko jeans.
Okay, so a 32, 34. The badass ones with the huge image on the back pocket. They're jeans, black. $80 plus $10 shipping. $90. Oh, the fucking sick ones with the skull. $100 or best offer. I mean, they're going for under 100 used. Never mind, I found one for 300.
Dude, fuck this.
Yeah, I found another one for 250, 250.
I think it'll be cheaper to dress as a suitor.
I think it's cheaper to just make your own.
No shit. You could get a Mexican lady to do it
Yeah,
for you.
just go to the bridge and find a Mexican.
Man, okay, man, can you go ahead and measure me? Yeah, okay, times 3 now. Let's go.
Times 3.
No, más. Ahí está.
What the fuck? dude?
and they'll do it there at the bridge.
And they'll do it in 10 minutes, yeah, for...
What, as you're crossing the international bridge,
Yeah,
like,
as you're waiting for them.
it's okay, we'll catch you 4 cars down. Like, what the fuck?
We'll deliver them to you. And some chicles.
That's when you buy the bottles so they walk with you.
That's weird. I've never done that. I don't know how that works, but that's just crazy.
They walk with you. They carry
Yeah.
the bottle with you
Yeah,
to
they make sure you don't try to fuck them.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Hey, where are you going with the bottle? Yeah, you're going across the bridge, aren't you?
To the duty free, bitch. Well, fuck. Well, I mean, fuck. We're already almost at 2 hours. Is there anything,
Damn.
Is there anything you guys wanna? Okay, so in the chat, Pornhub. So, for those of you people that are lonelier than some others on a cold winter night, Pornhub is in the news not because they're giving free Pornhub subscriptions away like they did when COVID started or the lockdown started. They're in the news because they're deleting a mass amount of videos. And the reason why they're doing this is because they're trying to get away from being liable for videos that are posted like as a, what is that shit called?
Without permission.
Revenge porn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Or child porn or rape. So essentially, like if you want to post videos on Pornhub, you have to become verified in their partner program. And I don't know how you do that, but I feel bad for it. Go ahead.
It was funny, man. It made it to like, so I follow several like blogs, podcasts, whatever you want to call them, and a lot of them mentioned it. And Even Visa and MasterCard blocked them. Like if you were to make any purchases, you were not gonna be able to if you were using a Visa or a MasterCard. Like because of the whole thing that happened with that they found a bunch of work, right? Or a bunch of videos that were tied to like trafficking or or like you said, a revenge, right? So like several of them covered it, and I was like, dude, what the hell? Like they purged like 80% of their content that was not verified or whatnot. So I was just like, dude, like people were jumping on that. Like, what the hell?
That's
80%.
80% of their library got purged.
Yeah, there's a lot of amateur.
But then, like, they kind of tried pointing the finger at like other.
So you're saying now they could see my porn now. More likely, mine can go up.
Well, you have to become verified.
Now's the time, man.
I'm verified.
The career choice.
Yeah, puppy. Now you don't have so much competition. Go ahead and go out there, make your name.
I will.
You gotta strike while the iron's hot.
That's gonna be Poppy's logo with that playing on the background, that little tongue sound.
That's the channel trailer.
Yeah. Dude, but that was like, and then they came back with like statements, and then I said like, well, other people do it, and not necessarily the whole like adult content. It was more like other platforms let you upload a bunch of lies and like this whole PC content out there. Like they try pointing the finger at Facebook and YouTube, like you don't verify their content, so why are we getting this? And obviously, like with the whole thing with Facebook censoring a lot of that stuff, I just found that like, I mean, they're not wrong. I mean, it's worlds apart of content, right? You're talking actual adult content versus a bunch of lies that people can believe, but they still deal damage to society as a whole thing, I want to say.
Yeah. And I guess with that, now there's like big companies like that, like fucking Twitch. Now Twitch is starting to fucking police their chats and their own content creators. They're starting to put temporary bans on people just for saying certain words.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
They had like a town hall meeting or whatever with all their executives, and the new 3 words that'll get you temporarily banned, whether or not you're a verified content creator or just in the chat, are 3 words, and that's virgin, incel, and simp. But like they're like, I guess honoring, not honoring, but like the reasoning behind those 3 words is if you're using them in a derogatory term, or like if you're using them to maliciously attack someone, or essentially if you're using them to shit talk somebody, whether that be a content creator to somebody in the chat or to another content creator, because just in their terms of service, like if you're verified on Twitch, like you can't negatively talk about any other Twitch content creator, because that is a violation of their terms of service. So like they're already like making Twitch a safe place. I don't know. I think
they're worried about losing their biggest income base.
Yeah, for sure.
I think this is their fucking biggest income base, is a bunch of virgin incels, man. For 100%. You got people out there literally spending thousands of dollars on girls, like defending them and just watching them play video games and stuff. It's mind-boggling.
Yeah, there's people out there that pay hundreds of dollars just to be called, one of my viewers donated me. Not even their names, just one of my viewers. That's so fucked up.
Dude, it's so messed up, man.
Like, I watch people on Twitch, but I don't pay for Twitch. So, like, a lot of the people that are streaming or whatever, they're like, oh, we have fucking lurkers. That's what the people that don't pay for them, their content is called, right? They're called lurkers. because you're here, but you're not paying for it. And a lot of the times, streamers are cool about it. They're like, "Hey, I mean, well, I'm glad you're here. That means you're interested in my content. Any eyes on me is good, right? It looks good to the uppers up ahead, but like some fucking streamers are like self-entitled bastards, and they're like, fuck you, you don't fucking pay, like you're watching for free and you're over here fucking complaining.
But okay, so not that I disagree with you, I do think it's a lot of entitlement. But so with us, right? We love music, right? So we bought albums back in the day, right? But Napster, right? So the reason why Napster got into court and everything was like, you're enjoying the music, you should at least kind of pay for it, right? This is just new type of content, right? Instead of it being music, it's, you know, video that's being put out, right? Like, don't you think that to some extent this is their kind of version of Napster, but obviously for bands back in the day?
I would say no, because Napster wasn't like a platform where you could like stand on. Like Napster was just sharing files, peer to peer. That's what it was.
More of a Pirate Bay style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and I get that. It's not the same, but I'm saying like you were getting content, you were getting entertained and content, or not content, but you were getting a survey, you were getting something for free, right? And to some extent, like there is work that goes behind, you know, streaming podcasts, like, you know it, right? Because you put hard work into your stuff, right? Yeah. Obviously, you do it for fun. These people do it for a living. So again, right, like if you're looking at the bands that were putting out albums and they were putting hard work, sweat, and whatnot, again, I hate that type of attitude. But to some extent, don't you think, again, we have to kind of translate previous cases to what's nowadays out there? This is the new type of entertainment. This is the new type of, you know, sweat, hard work that someone puts out there just for it to be done for free, especially if that's their source of income.
Well, yeah, I mean, with you saying that, there's some people that do put in the effort, right? Mm-hmm. And those people fucking, like, they deserve the money that they get. But there's also people that literally are just watching YouTube videos.
Oh yeah, I agree with you.
And like they make even more money. Like that, how is that fair? Like that's like me going out and like writing my own music, learning how to play the instrument, and some fucking asshole just lip syncs next to me and he fucking makes it, and I'm the one over here putting in all the work and time in, and I don't get fuck all.
And that's how people get sued, right? Didn't we talk about what's it called, Dogface, a couple of episodes ago, where, you know, he put out the video, right? And then obviously we had Ocean Spray.
Oh yeah.
Ocean Spray like gave him a truck and a bunch of stuff, but then somebody else was like, "Hey, you know what? This guy's a meme. This guy became popular. Let me start selling shirts with his likeliness." And he's like, "Hey, dude, like, no, like." You're selling my face.
Well, yeah, that's something different. See, so for like streamers, they're using Twitch. Mm-hmm. So I mean, like if they started a website on their own and they did everything by themselves, your argument is valid. But the fact that you're using somebody else's stuff to promote yourself, like you're kind of like already in a step back, if that makes sense. Like,
it does, and it kind of goes back to the whole. So, like now, that's why Twitch is in, what's it, hot water for the whole what's it called, the DMCA's? Well, I forgot what they're called.
Yeah, they're the DMCA's. Yeah, so the record companies are finally getting smart, and they're realizing that people are putting out their music for free. Again, essentially, a new Napster, like you said. Mm-hmm. And instead of being promoted or somehow getting the ad revenue from that, they're getting fuck all, and their IPs are being put out there for free. See, for any of you people that are thinking about creating your own content, don't do it.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, unless you know somebody that'll hook you up, or you're willing to pay for the rights for stuff. I mean, just intros are, even having editors. People pay to have editors. Like, not everyone knows how to do it, and not everyone is willing to take the time to learn it.
Yep, that's
Like-
how I hit you up.
Like, for me, fucking anytime I can fuck around with music and try to create something, I'm gonna do it. Whether it's good or not, I mean, that's a different question. That's a different conversation.
God damn it, Bobby.
But fucking, like, I'll do that shit for free, right? Just put my name on it and we're good. I don't know. Like, you gotta put in some kind of grind, I think, before you can make something for yourself. But the internet is weird and fucking things go viral for whatever fucking reason. So, I mean, luck is hugely involved in success nowadays. Because, I mean,
Yeah.
in
Well,
every market, video, audio, fucking, I mean, even writing at this point, even producing music, the markets are so oversaturated. Like, you're just a drop in the bucket. I mean, some other dumb fucking monkey will come along and steal your job, like, real quick.
Oversaturated, and I think we're at a point too where we're just running out of original ideas. That's why we're getting all these remakes and
Yeah.
just taking like shit from a book and then putting it into a show, and then the show will get turned into a game or what, like any combination of that, right? Like, because people just can't come up with fucking original content because so much shit has been done, especially with writing. Like, God, trying to write a book nowadays, like, how many fucking books have there been in the world already, you know? Like, and someone's going to come around and go, oh, you plagiarized this, and you played, like, this is the same storyline as this or
Yeah.
that. It's like, well, man, like, how many ways can you twist the same fantasy story, or how many ways can you, you know, like, twist a crime? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's,
There's only so many ways you can write a story, essentially. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I agree with you guys on that one. It's like I think the example that I always use is Black Panther. It's a good movie. I always thought it was overhyped because obviously if you've seen The Lion King, same thing, right? But then obviously The Lion King takes it from what, Macbeth, right? Original Shakespeare.
No, actually, there's a Japanese movie, literally almost
White Lion.
almost frame for frame, exactly the same as The Lion King.
Yeah, but that same what I'm trying to get at is I know what you're talking, the little white lion
Yeah,
that
yeah.
supposedly got stolen from.
Yeah.
But then again, that same premise goes back to like the original Shakespeare stuff, Macbeth, like Romeo and Juliet tragedies. How many don't derive from that? And I think a lot of the time also is because companies are trying to create a universe, because Marvel Universe, right? Everybody knows it at this point. Look at The Mummy, right? It was Universal's attempt at trying to create a monster universe, which failed miserably. They were trying to go for the long run before they created something solid. They need to go with, like, let me start one movie. Like, I think, what was it called? No, what's it called? Keanu Reeves, oh my God, I blanked out. His most recent success,
John Wick.
Oh,
John Wick. Yeah, like John Wick began as a one-off, right? And it became almost a cult classic already. Like, it was favorited, and they're like, hey, by the way, can you go back and make part 2? They did it, and they're like, hey, why don't you continue it? And now we're going already on part 4 because they made one solid good movie. It happened
And
with
spin-offs.
and spin-offs, and it happened with Back to the Future. Back to the Future was meant to be a one-off, one and we're done. It hit, and they're like, hey, by the way, can you go back and do a second part? They're trying to think ahead before even setting their foot on the ground.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know, man. The fact that you say people can't come up with an original idea.
It's the studios that don't want
Yeah.
original ideas.
They want a
that's a
quick
big
buck.
part of it too. for
Yeah.
sure. You follow trends. Trends make you money.
I think it was one of the. I think. Yeah, it was. Yeah, but he's a big name director. That's why.
Yeah.
The Inception.
Yeah. So speaking of that, Tenet is his newest movie, and it's going to DVD which is weird. Because Christopher Nolan has been very vocal about movies going streaming. He hates it. So yeah, fucking Tenet looks like a crazy movie too.
Yeah.
And I think that's an original concept. I mean, not everything exactly is original, right? I mean,
But it's not an IP. It's not a comic book. It's not a book.
It's something like freshly created.
Yeah.
And I mean, new ideas are still out there. Yeah, it may be similar to something else, but I mean, that's just because, again, there's so much out there. You have to be inspired by something. And that, I guess that's where people see like a lot of crossover.
Yeah, it's like how, you know how Dune's coming out, the movie?
Yeah. Sorry.
And people were saying that like the new generation don't think that they're stealing from Star Wars or all these other movies, because literally Star Wars, Star Trek, all these other sci-fi stole from Dune. Dune is one of the originals. Like, I hope people don't see it like that. They're saying like the new generation, like it's not a copy of Star Wars, not a copy of all what we've seen lately, but because it took them so long to do a movie.
Yeah, I could see that. It would be super unfortunate, but I don't know. I think when a movie like that'll come out, you'll start getting people from the different series giving homage to it, being like, yeah, Dune is the OG, and there'll be enough people commenting about it that hopefully, you know, not everyone just assumes that it was a ripoff.
Yeah, that it's just a ripoff.
Because Dune is iconic.
Yeah.
Like the book is, you know, sci-fi classic. So.
Yeah, it just sucks that we're in that age that people think it's a ripoff.
Yeah.
It's like how they say Post Malone made Ozzy. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he found this little artist. I think his name was Paul McCartney.
That was Kanye though. That was Kanye.
Whatever.
Kanye made Paul McCartney.
Yeah, Paul McCartney would be nothing without Kanye. And yeah, who Ozzy? No one has ever heard of this guy. He's new. He's young talent.
Look at
Isn't he like 80s?
even Missy Elliott was the same thing. Oh, she's gonna make it. She has talent.
Oh,
like what?
When she came out in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, them young'uns didn't know what's up.
I was like, wow.
Yeah, every now and then there's some shit that makes me lose faith in humanity, but every now and then there's some shit that like regains my faith in humanity.
What was the last thing that actually gave you faith in humanity? It's been that long?
I mean, the fact that I can't think of it off the top of my head, yeah.
Damn.
Thing to like recall though, like they're those ones that like they happen at the moment. You're like, oh fuck yeah, okay, like, you know, I'm gonna put some energy into acknowledging this currently, but then once it's done, it's just sort of done. I don't remember a lot of those sort of things.
You know, I guess memes are one of those things that kind of gives me faith in humanity. Like the fact that there's funny shit out there, and most of the time people that make the original meme don't even get credit for it. I think that's pretty cool.
Does it?
Yeah, and everyone steals it and it gets copied to fucking oblivion, but
that's the thing with like memes is the ultimate cruel joke. Like you laugh about how sad it is. Like I think memes are like the ultimate representation of like some of the Joker's ideals. It's like it's so sad you laugh at yourself.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Because it's that's the way I see it. Memes are just cruel jokes because we can do nothing other than laugh at ourselves.
Yeah,
and like and the Kanye one, right? Perfect example with Kanye or Ozzy or Paul McCartney, like all of that. Like those are memes because this is just cruel that people are not even cruel, like just sad that people are just ignorant at that point.
It's ignorant. Well, boys, I guess we can't really fucking say anything more than that. Is there anything you guys have? Any last words? Anybody?
I need to go to bed.
I think probably one more drink and I'll be done.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I still gotta edit this, so yeah, there's that. Well, I mean, I guess with that, I want to go ahead and thank our guests. We had Garbage. It's always fun to have you around. Joining late, the White Carlton. Always fun to have you. And the co-host, Papi. Go rest your little head.
I'm gonna probably sleep the whole day.
Yeah, face down, ass up. That's the way I
Oh,
like
you
my
know
puppy.
it, puppy. You know it.
Well, thank you guys for listening. This was so far the longest episode on record, 2 hours. So yeah, thank you guys for joining in. I'm your boy Desecrator. This was Hanging Heavy. As always, stay safe, much love, and rich and rare.